Well, the countdown continues. April 17th, the official pack date for Vidalia onions here in Georgia. And today we are celebrating the occasion, actually getting you ready, a little bit of a preview of Vidalia onion season by doing a couple recipes using a variation of a Vidalia onion. Still an official Vidalia onion, but they are spring, well, I shouldn't say official Vidalia onion, but they are a variation of a Vidalia onion. These are spring onions that are actually called like baby Vidalias or something like that.
Right, so these are little bows, petite, sweet Vidalia onions. So you see you get the bulb, plus you get these nice green fronds to go with it. So it's you can get them in the spring. So the recipes that I'm doing today, we're using these spring onions because they're available in your grocery store right now. Once the pack date hits, we won't be able to get these. So if you want to make these dishes in a time other than spring, you can use scallions, you can use yellow onions, sweet onions, whatever you want to use.
All right, the voice of reason, Dr. Tracey Brigman, of course, registered dietitian, many titles here at UGA. I'm going to put this back because I stole this from you back here, and I don't want Rob, your assistant, to get mad at me, so we're going to put that back there. But yeah, so let's go ahead and let's hit that number one recipe. What do we got for us?
So we're going to do a spring onion asparagus risotto.
Okay.
So a lot of people shy away from risotto, but it's actually pretty easy. So what I have here, I took 2 cups of the white part of that spring onion, and I have sauteed it in 1 tablespoon of olive oil for about 7 minutes. You can see it's kind of browned, it's translucent, it's softened, so I want to start with that. So after that's cooked and translucent, I'm going to add 1 cup of arborio rice. It does need to be arborio rice. Arborio rice is a short grain rice. So it's going to cook different than a long grain rice. It's meant to be sticky.
Okay.
And unlike regular rice, when you make long grain rice for a side dish, you want it to be nice and fluffy. You normally put it in and you don't touch it. This I'm going to stir quite frequently because I want to release some of those starches to get a little bit sticky.
All right.
So once I have my rice and my onions mixed up, well combined, I'm going to start adding my chicken broth. So I have 4 cups of chicken broth here. You can make it from bouillon. I just bought the packaged kind. I don't normally measure liquids in a dry measuring cup, but I don't have to be exact with this one.
Okay.
So I'm going to add 1/2 cup to 3/4 cups of liquid at a time. So again, I can just estimate, which is why I'm not using a liquid measuring cup. I'm going to pour this in to my mixture. I'm going to stir it around a little bit, and then I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to stir it maybe every 30 seconds. I don't want it to stick to the bottom, so I want a medium bubble, so medium-low, and I will watch it until the liquid that I poured in is absorbed. Once it's absorbed, I'm going to go in with
Eyeballing it again?
Eyeballing it again.
You know what the kids today call that, right? They call it freestyling.
Oh, okay, I'm freestyling.
Yes.
I'm cool. I'm in. So again, once all of the liquid is soaked up, then I'm going to put in another 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup. Stir it a little bit, leave it alone for a little bit. Continue that until I get to my last 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup.
Okay.
So with this last addition of my chicken broth, then I want to add my asparagus.
Asparagus.
Yum. And my green onion tops. My spring onion tops.
Spring onion tops.
And then the shaved cheese.
Parm.
Parm.
Okay.
And I just make sure that gets mixed in evenly as I spray green onion tops everywhere.
That's right, we'll put it back in there.
That's right, because this is clean. And once I get it all mixed in really well, combined, I have my spring onion asparagus risotto. If you don't like asparagus, you could do some other green in there.
Now, if you thought that recipe was easy, wait till you see this one.
This one is super easy. This is a spring onion and zucchini rigatoni, so it's a nice light. I feel like springtime we eat lighter.
Sure.
So it's a nice light recipe, super easy. So I'm going to start with 3 tablespoons of olive oil. After I put in my 3 tablespoons of olive oil, I need 3 garlic cloves minced. Yes, you may put that in now.
All right, there we go.
I'm going to heat this over medium-high heat. I also want my red pepper flake in here.
Okay.
So I can either use all of it or just a pinch. It's kind of what you, it's half of a teaspoon. So if you want some heat, use the whole thing. If you're not a heat person.
You know, we did this last month, you and I.
I
So what do you
know.
want? Do you want a pinch or do you want the whole thing?
I like the whole thing.
Okay, let's go for the whole thing. Can now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I was going to give you the option. I'm going to heat this on medium-high heat until it's fragrant, so that you can kind of smell the garlic and the red pepper flakes. About 30 seconds. Once I have that done, I have 1 cup.
You're closer.
I have 1 cup of thinly sliced spring onions. So you'll see in this 1 cup that both the green top and the white bulb is in here. So I want a good mixture of that spring onion. So once these are sauteed for about 2 minutes, this is 3.5 cups of zucchini that have been halved and sliced thinly.
All right.
So I'm gonna add that in,
Yep.
give it a little stir. These are going to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. I want them slightly cooked. I want to make sure I don't overcook them, because if I do, they'll turn to mush. So my zucchini has cooked for about 3 to 4 minutes. So you see it's slightly cooked. It has not turned to mush. And then we're just going to finish this dish off. This is a 1/4 cup of half and half. I'm going to mix that in. Once I have my half and half mixed in, I'm going to add some cooked pasta. So once I get all of this mixed in, I'm going to top it. This is Pecorino Romano cheese, and you can add as little or as much. Once you stir in all the cheese, you are good to go with your spring onion and zucchini rigatoni, a nice light spring meal.
2 easy, simple recipes to get you ready for Vidalia onion season. You can find them by logging on to farm-monitor.com, going to the recipe section. Again, the recipes just continue to pile up. We've got so many, I've lost count. But again, you can just go on that search bar in there. You can type in any kind of recipe you want, onions, if you want to use beef or whatever. So, but yeah, again, and Tracey, thank you so much. As always, looking forward to Vidalia onion season. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you next month.